It's Toto for the Peter Show. 4 o'clock news this Monday evening, July 25th, 2016. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Your top news headlines at 4 o'clock on this Monday evening. Top story at 4 is Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz of Florida at the 2012 Democratic Convention in Charlotte, North Carolina, as allegiance Hillary Clinton considered her Southern resignation as head of the Democratic National Committee. 2 people were killed in a Minneapolis shooting. One just 12 years old would when gunfire erupted at a teen swim party at a Southwest Florida nightclub early Monday, according to reports. After months of speculation, which was intense, Yahoo was joining AOL as part of a Verizon Communications family. The plan, according to AOL Chief Executive Tim Unstoner, is build a mobile advertising distribution giant. Supporters of President Recep Tayyip Erdogan at a rally on Saturday against the attempted military coup in Istanbul. Turkey questioned journalists its next target after crushing coup. Current NBA stars Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, Chris Paul, and Dwayne Wade are among the many professional athletes who have spoken out about the recent police protests and the importance of social change in America. And Michael Jordan also donated $2 million help address police-related shootings. The New York Yankees and Chicago Cubs created a deal sent closer. Rogers, Chapman, and Chicago Cubs exchanged for 4 players both teams announced on Monday. Ansbach, Germany, the Syrian suicide bombers injured 15 people in a Sunday night attack on a music festival in Ansbach, Germany, left behind a video pledging allegiance to ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. By Foreign Interior Minister Joachim said, a female tourist was mauled to death by a Siberian tiger while attempting to rescue her daughter, who was abducted by the beast during a tour inside a Chinese safari park. That's the accusation from the Democrats this weekend after an internal Democratic National Committee emails appeared on WikiLeaks on the eve of the DNC. Israel demolishes more Palestinian homes this year than last. Manila. Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte announced an immediate ceasefire in the country's 46-year battle with communist rebels. The effort to control the raging sand fire in the Santa Cruz Valley Mountains has drawn firefighters emergency crews in the hills toward Acton. Long Island Banana King sentenced to more than 5 years for pension theft as Thomas Hoy Jr. now faces a total of 17.5 years of federal lockup. Christian, Oklahoma, authorities say they found a body in a Kansas woman who went missing on Sunday after skydiving in Norman, Oklahoma. Pittsburgh. The majority of the people using guns and crimes are not the weapons of legal owners, a University of Pittsburgh study revealed. U.S. stocks fell from a record highs on Monday as oil weighed in on earnings shares and investors awaited an avalanche of quarterly reports. The Dow closed today. Down 86.35 at 1844.50. SP 5 down 8.59 at 266.88. And NASDAQ down 2.53 at 5,097.63. New York global equity markets edged lower on Monday as 2% drop in crude prices weighed on investor sentiments and traders rated signals of potential interest rate increase this year from the week's meeting in the U.S. The Environmental Protection Agency on Monday took a key step toward limiting the pollution caused by the nation's fleet of commercial aircraft as part of a broader push in the Obama administration warning months to reduce the U.S. Investment firm Apollo Global Management is set to acquire the Washington-based Awa owner of an Australian DVD rental kiosk chain Redbox for $1.6 billion. India's government is considering launching a merger of 13 state-owned oil companies into one of the giant conglomerate that could rival some of the industry's global giants. Cambridge, Massachusetts, Raytheon's developing a new technology to allow the next generation of manned and unmanned aircraft to seamlessly communicate, the company said Monday. NASA astronauts will train deep beneath the ocean for deep space missions. The space agency looks to prepare their astronauts by putting them in extreme environments that feature both the red planet and the ocean have in common. When it comes to the face of predators, New Zealand smells like rabbit, soot, and possum, but not for long. By 2050, the island nation hopes to be rid of its invasive mammal predators completely. Researchers from Miyako, Polytechnic Federal, Lausanne, and the Entrance Technique Hochschule Zurich have made a momentous breakthrough that could reverse medicine. Because NASA is full of some life dorks. The space agency's latest mission patch is going to feature two beloved Marvel comic universe characters, Rocket Raccoon, a group from Guardians of the Galaxy. Any kind of sex can spread, the Zika federal health officials said on Monday. That updated guidance for pregnant women, and doctors need to ask all pregnant women about any chance they could have been infected with a Zika, either with sex or travel. Legalized pot is having unintended effects in Colorado, namely extended in children's hands, and it's mostly happening after kids consume marijuana-laced goodies like brownies, cookies, and candy. One particular type of mental illness may succeed at doing what nothing else has been for, put enough to mention. New 10-year study showed that speed training computer stats that gets usually visually processed information more quickly beat out. People with diabetes who get the flu vaccine may be less likely to wind up hospitalized with cardiovascular or respiratory problems, recent studies suggest. Take a look at local news. In North Attleboro, daytime work on the downtown water remaining respect project set begin Wednesday at North Washington Street, started at Fisher Street and moving toward Park Street. The North Washington Street project started in June with overnight work on the business heavy stretch between Elm and Fisher Streets. That phase was expected to wrap up Monday night, the Department of Public Works said. The next phase on more residential section between Fisher and Park Streets is expected to take about 1 month to construct. Rivoli Construction will be working between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. on weekdays. Residents who have questions can call the Public Works Office at 508-695-9621. To report a problem, call 508-643-6636 or file a form on the North Attleboro website. And roadwork is also on the way for the town. Plainville, sturdy mobile hospitals planning to move into Plainville. And Mansfield, a 31-year-old man was arrested twice in 2009 at the Toby Keith concert at the Community Center in Mansfield. Peter Chell News on 4-6 on this Monday evening in the time now for a sports report. Tonight, the Boston Red Sox will take on the Detroit Tigers. Game time 7:10 p.m. at Fenway Park. Cleveland Browns wide receiver Josh Gordon has been reinstated on a conditional basis from his indefinite suspension for multiple drug violations. Why did Peyton Manning fully cooperate with the NFL's investigation allegation he used performance-enhancing substances when he ever players' names in an auditor document refused to talk to the NFL? CJ McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers have agreed on a 4-year, $106 million contract extension which will begin at the start of the 2017-18 season. Our person familiar with the deal confirmed with USA Today, Sam Amick, and tackle Anthony Davis sent plenty of hints this offseason he wants to return to the NFL after sitting out last season, but all those hints didn't add up to the much unless he formally asked to be reinstated from the reserve retired list. Peter Chell News Times, 4:07 on this Monday evening, and it's time now for a extravagant transit report. Let's study off on the MBT with a commuter rail looking good on the subway and the ferries. They are looking good. And now look at the Alright, take a look at the highways and byways of New England, where the highways and byways of New York are Sluggo. 95 at sold both ends from North Korea to Greenwich. 95 northbound side also sold both ends from Bridgeport to New Haven. 95 at the southbound side is sold for the Guilford stretch. I-84 eastbound side is backed up for the Danbury stretch, and Nitbricks again for the Waterbury stretch. I-84 westbound side is backed up from 91 to New Britain in the Hartford New Britain stretch. 91 at the southbound side is backed up from 291 to I-84. 91 in the northbound side is backed up for I-84 in Hartford, Connecticut. 91 at the southbound side is backed up in the Middletown stretch. 91 at the northbound side is backed up from 57 to 291 in Springfield, Massachusetts. Berkshire 3 at the New York State 3 on Interstate 90, it's slow headed towards Stockbridge, Massachusetts. Out in Central Massachusetts, 291 westbound side, Lowell around Route 9 in Worcester. 495 on the southbound side is backed up around 290 out in Marlborough. 95 on the northbound side, still up and go from 37 Walk all the way to downtown Providence. 95 on both ends, it is slow around the protected Providence stretch. 24 on the southbound side is backed up around Route 44 to 140 in Thornton Meridian stretch. And then 140 southbound side is backed up from 195 to Route 6 in Dartmouth and New Bedford stretch. 44 westbound side is backed up around Route 105 in Middlebury. 95 on the southbound side is backed up around 495 out in Mansfield. 495 on the southbound side, it is sold for the Bellingham stretch on Route 126. 24 on the southbound side is backed up after 120 in Kenton Children's stretch. Route 3 on the southbound side is backed up from the Braintree split all the way out to Route 18 in Weymouth. Service expressway on both ends sold for Dorchester to Braintree. 93 in the southbound side is backed up from Boston to Dorchester. Mills back on the westbound side is backed up from Newton all the way out to Weston. 120 on the southbound side is backed up from Waltham all the way out to Route 9 in Wolseley. 120 southbound side. It breaks again from Route 1 in Dedham all the way after Route 24 in Canton. 120 in the northbound side is backed up all the way after the Southwest Expressway. 93 in both ends downtown Boston is backed up all the way to Somerville. 93 on the northbound side is backed up all the way up in the 129 in Wilmington and Hendricks again for the Lawrence Methuen stretch. 129 on the northbound side is backed up from Route 20 in Waltham all the way up to Reading and then Hendricks again on both ends around 95 and 114 in the PBD stretch. Route 1 on the northbound side it is so from Chelsea all the way up to the Revere. Route 3 on the northbound side is backed up from 120 in Burlington all the way up to Route 3 in Lowell. 495 on the southbound side it is stop and go from Route 93 Lawrence past Route 3 in Lowell. Up in Norman, Hampshire, Spalding Turnpike on the northbound side is backed up from 95 on Portsmouth all the way up to Route 4 in Durham. Main Turnpike on the southbound side it is slow after 295 up in Gardner. Route 1 on the southbound side also around 295 in Brunswick and I-89 and 91 on the southbound side is also after Kidabor up in upstate Vermont, and I-7 southbound side also after Kidabor up in upstate New York. Grand Plattsburgh and 91 on the northbound. I-89 on the northbound side is backed up from Lebanon, New Hampshire up into Vermont. Peter Challenger time is 4:10 on this Monday evening, and it is time now for a weather report. And taking a look at radar, and it shows lines of showers and thunderstorms stretching from Middletown, Connecticut, stretching down Hampton and New Haven, and stretching down Bridgeport, and stretching down Huntington, Long Island, and stretching around the Bronx in New York City, and clusters of showers and thunderstorms around Mount Auburn, Sparta, New Jersey, and stretching in Pennsylvania. And little batches of rain showers west of Springfield, up at the Holyoke, and up at Amherst, and then up at east of Greenfield, Massachusetts, and up to southern New Hampshire, and little showers and storms around Jaffrey, New Hampshire. And we're going to see where the storms are going to be headed. They're going to be headed towards the east-southeast. So, Madison, Connecticut, you're next in these lines of showers and thunderstorms. And up in northern New England, we're seeing some batches of rain showers from Lebanon to Rockland, New Hampshire. And a lot of rain showers stretching around northeastern Vermont and up in New Hampshire and the extreme northwestern portion of Maine and up to Quebec. And we got a severe thunderstorm warning for Fairfield, Southern Middlesex, and New Haven, and Central Westchester, Kansas, about 4:15 p.m. with just 3 minutes an hour. Storms are probably warning and have weakened. Therefore, the warning will be allowed to expire about 3 minutes from now. But we have a heat advisory in effect until 6 p.m. this evening as the National Weather Service and talked to the addition of a heat advisory, which is in effect from till 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time this evening in location Northeast Connecticut. Northernmost Rhode Island and much of the interior eastern Massachusetts and heat index values 95, 100 due to temperatures in the low to mid 90s and 2.65 70 degrees. Time this afternoon impacts heat related illness will be possible with overexertion, especially in the sun. A heat advisory means that period of hot temperatures is expected. A combination of hot temperatures and high humidity will combine to create a situation in which heat illnesses are possible. Drink plenty of fluids. Stay in an air-conditioned room. Stay out of the sun and check up on relatives and neighbors. Take extra precautions. Work or spend time outside when possible. We schedule service activities in the early morning and evening to know the signs and symptoms of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Wear lightweight and loose-fitting clothing when possible and drink plenty of water to reduce risk during outdoor work. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration recommends scheduling frequent rest breaks in shaded or air-conditioned environments, and everyone will come back. Heat should be moved to a cool and shaded location. Heat stroke is emergency. Call 911. Hazard weather outlook day 1 today tonight. Advisory is needed for portions of the region this afternoon and some potential for heat index values to reach see 100 degrees, but low coverage. In addition, there is some potential for some severe thunderstorms this afternoon and evening. And these storms throughout the main federal will be damaging straight line wind gusts and locally acquired rainfall may result in a very localized urban flood threat. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For tonight, showers of dust with light rain before 11 p.m. Some storm produce gust winds patchwork after 1 a.m. Otherwise, clouds got coming and forecast go about 6 degrees. Upper about 8 miles coming in midnight. Chance is 6%. New rain between the temp wind index time as possible thunderstorms for Tuesday. Pittsburgh for 7 a.m. was sunny in the most good sky at 93 about 60 degrees. West wind about 69 miles gust to 20 miles an hour. Shifting to northwest wind about 5 miles coming evening. For Wednesday, sunny in the most good sky at 91 about 65 degrees. Coming southwest wind 5 to 7 miles in the afternoon. For Thursday, most good sky at 92 degrees. Thursday night, chance of showers after 10 p.m. Most skies go about 69 degrees. Chance is 40%. Friday, chance of showers most skies go about 84 about 66 degrees. Chance is 45%. Saturday, check showers, parts of both skies got 81 about 65 degrees. Chance is 35%. Sunday, check your showers. Parts of the most clouds have about 82 about 65 degrees. And first Monday, most clouds have about 83 degrees. Currently in Not Near is a little cloudy and it's 88 degrees with a humidity of 58%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel 4 o'clock news list, July 25th, 2016 on a Monday. Please have a good evening. Goodbye. See you at 11 o'clock for a late night sign-off report. Have a good evening. I'll see you at 11 o'clock.